So this is not a special Halloween edition of Lizzie. Unfortunately, due to the modern world, I've had a power cut at my house. So I'm trying to find ways to entertain myself when I can't do much. Luckily I already cooked dinner for this evening and it should stay warm for a while. I was happily playing Dance Central 3 and I was very excited by the fact that, I don't know if you can see me, I was very excited by the fact that it had Mega Che Chalagal, that I'm the Best by 21 on it. But now, currently, I'm roaming around my house with a candle to light the way. Thinking I suppose this would be a good time to make an update. You can't see much in this video apart from my candle, really, unless I kind of film myself in the mirror, which is surreal enough on its own. But I thought you might like a little jaunt around the place. It's like, ooh, horror film. It's all spooky old house. But my house is like chandeliers and corridors and secret passageways. This is my favourite bit. The dark corridor to the dark door. That is in fact my kitchen. So it's not really that scary. But over the weekend, on Interesting News, I went to see both the stage version and the theatre version of Les Mis. The stage version was quite possibly the most amazing play I've ever seen in the history of ever. I mean, I watched a lot of musicals. I saw 6 last year, but I definitely by far think that this one was fantastic. The movie, my lord, Anne Hathaway totally broke my heart. It was the most heart-wrenching performance I've ever seen in a musical number. And it was so even more harrowing by the fact that the camera didn't relent. It was complete close-up of every raw emotion going through her. The dark horse of it all was Russell Crowe, who I thought would actually be weaker than what he was, especially compared to the Javert and the West End version. But his gravelly voice actually really sold it for me, and the only time he really didn't quite live up to the expectation is when he sang Stars. So apart from that, I think he did a wonderful job. The rest of the cast was sublime. It is, oh my god, the cinematography and the editing and the pacing and everything about that movie is just pure, magic, absolute magic. So see it as soon as you possibly can because it is fantastic. I finally recovered from my Doctor Who drinking tour, especially an embarrassing moment of we were going past Thames House, Torchwood, and I decided in a drunken state to yell at Thames House, "How dare you kill Yanto?" Oops, ran away very quickly after that to try and find somewhere to eat so I'd be a little less inebriated by the time I saw the evening performance of Les Miserables. I'm trying to work out what exciting things to tell you at the moment, apart from the fact it's very surreal that my house is in the dark and I feel like I'm in a horror movie. Especially the Spanish ones at the moment, they are doing amazingly. If you've seen horror films such as Wreck, that's a fantastic horror film. That's all zombies in Spain, a claustrophobic building. What else? Oh, this is my dark stairway. What other great ones? I mean, the Del Toro ones, like The Orphanage, are truly fantastic. He's got a new one coming out this year called Mama. I'm hoping for good things from that, especially since I didn't like his Western equivalent one. And it had evil fairies in it. This should be some amazing horror film. I should be going, oh my god, what's in this room? Could it possibly be my bedroom? Oh my goodness. Doctor Who in the dark. There we go. Nice reassuring poster of John Barrowman to make me feel less freaked out. I always think about zombies at times like this. Don't know why. I love zombies, but I do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with them. I'm going to film me talking in this mirror for a bit. I mean, I don't even know how well it'll film if I actually turn the camera on me. I think it'll just be like some weird Blair Witch moment. Maybe I should film up my nose. I don't think that'd be too attractive for any of us, really. Can I be seen? Woo! I can't tell you how surreal an experience this is, especially in the day of modern tech and all the advantages that we've got going on. We can have this conversation at my lovely Doctor Who action figure collection. I mean, with all the modern tech in the world now, the minute you have a power cut and the whole street is out, you're lost. I've got 2 hours of battery on my laptop, which is just enough to watch the latest episodes of Revenge, Fringe, and Once Upon a Time. I'm very much looking forward to this next episode of Once Upon a Time, because it's Captain Hook's showdown with Rumpelstiltskin, which will be something quite possibly amazing. And in the meantime, I'm just going to continue wandering my house reliving horror films. I mean, if I start hearing weird creaking, it's so going to be due on. Like, if a damp patch anywhere, I'm going to be in dark water. Luckily, the power's cut, so if a TV turns on, I am going to absolutely freak out, because I don't really need Sadako coming through, like, my television set while I'm alone in the house in a power cut on a freezing cold winter's day. I was like, you could tell, like, the rest of the street is just like, you can see all the, like, flickering windows. Look how cool that is. It's like, things like The Others, that's a great horror film. But the West generally don't tend to make horror films as good as, like, the Japanese and the Koreans do. And even the Thais actually have made some fantastic ones over the years. But, yeah, The Others and all the Shyamalams, I can never pronounce his name, you'll have to forgive it, are generally fantastic feats. I've got to admit, the Spanish are doing a good job. I do love a bit of Spanish horror. And as I said, generally anything from Southeast Asia. Even the British ones, I like a bit of like that gritty kind of like realist feel to it. I do believe now that my house might be the perfect place to write a screenplay about terrifying things in the dark. I'm just rambling now, only because I'm kind of bored and a bit freaked out, and I was happily doing Dance Central. But since my Xbox has been taken away from me, and technology, my DVD, my Blu-ray, like, I've probably got half an hour left on my Samsung tab, and I don't really know what to do. Oh well, hopefully you'll hear a report from me again in a few days if I haven't been murdered by ghosts in cupboards or attics as I've got up there. Zombies. My other big nemesis is inbreds. Films like Deliverance, and that episode of Series 4 of X-Files, Home, have firmly indebted inbreds into my head as the most terrifying things out there. So while I'm slowly working my way through my horror collection in my brain, hopefully I'll find something productive to do and less reminding me that I live in quite a large, spacious, old house in the suburbs. Well, this is Lizzie signing out. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @LoneDreamerYowie, the Let Zoe Spoil You Facebook group. I'm also on Pinterest under Let Zoe Spoil You. And I have a web blog as well, which is pretty much on everything I own if you want to read some of my reviews of other stuff. Bye for now.